According to BoxRec.com, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is scheduled to face Amir on May the 3rd, 2014. Now, this is according to BoxRec.com. BoxRec do get it wrong sometimes. Yeah, just a word of caution. They do get it wrong sometimes. There's been several occasions where fights have been listed on BoxRec, which I've personally seen, and the fight did not go ahead and the fight was never actually signed to happen. Right? A recent example is BoxRec had Keith Thurman versus Robert Guerrero listed up until about a week ago, even though Robert Guerrero turned down the fight several weeks before that. Yeah, BoxRec still had it listed up until a week ago, and now they've got Keith Thurman against Soto Karass listed instead. So they do get things wrong. That's just one example. There's many other examples which I've personally witnessed where BoxRec has got things wrong. So it's an excellent site. I'm not dissing BoxRec. I love BoxRec. Excellent site, but they do get things wrong occasionally. So just a word of caution. But if Mayweather against Khan does go ahead, these are my initial thoughts on that fight. First off, nothing against Amir Khan, but I don't think he's done anything at welterweight. I mean, he's never fought a proper fight at welterweight. Yeah, his last fight was a catchweight, so he's never fought a fight at welterweight to even be getting a title shot in that weight division in the first place. He shouldn't have really been getting the Alexander opportunity, let alone fighting Mayweather. You know, there's a case to be made that Khan don't even deserve a title shot at a junior welterweight. You know, off the back of his last few performances, who has he faced to demand a title shot or to warrant a title shot? But, you know, this is boxing. Fighters who don't deserve title shots get title shots all the time, as we saw, Saturday night when Tavoris Cloud got his opportunity against Adonis Stevenson. There was no reason that Cloud deserved that title shot. And the same can be said for Stevenson against Chad Dawson. You know, Stevenson didn't deserve that title shot either. So this is boxing. Fighters get title shots they don't deserve all the time. But, you know, it has to be said, Khan don't really deserve a title shot at welterweight. He's done nothing in the weight division to warrant it. But, you know, and on top of that, there's so many other more worthy challengers than Amir Khan at welterweight. Even at junior welterweight, you know, if Danny Garcia could step up to welterweight and fight Mayweather instead. Even Devon Alexander has done more at welterweight to warrant a title shot against Mayweather than Khan has. But I guess it's all about money. I guess they're going to, you know, the thinking behind this, if the fight goes ahead, is that Khan brings more fans to the table. You know, he's got a lot of... does Khan really have that many fans? I mean, he has a certain amount of fans in the UK, but he also has a lot of haters in the UK. A lot of people don't like him here. Yeah, a lot of people in America seem to get this misconception that Khan is somehow the darling of the UK, but he's really not. Khan probably gets maybe more hate in the UK than he gets love, although he does have his hardcore fans here that do love him, right? So I ain't trying to diss Amir Khan or anything like that. He does have his fans. But I guess that would be the logic behind the Khan Mayweather fight, that it would make, you know, that kind of money, even though there is more worthy challengers out there. You know, you got Keith Thurman, who's definitely a more proven welterweight than Khan. He's a more worthy challenger. You got Devon Alexander. He's a more worthy challenger, you know. So, and that's just listing two people off the top of my head. There's, you know, going to be numerous other fighters who are more worthy at this point in time than Amir Khan of getting a title shot at welterweight. But if the fight does go ahead, stylistically, Khan has the hand speed, the height, and the foot speed, the combination punching ability to give Mayweather some problems. But, you know, the issue with Amir Khan always is his chin and his defense and his lack of ring IQ, right? His low ring IQ. You know, Khan is one of those guys who is gifted with hand speed and explosiveness and what have you, but he just don't have the mental makeup to get the most out of his physical ability. Yeah, he don't have the ring IQ and he don't have the temperament to make the most out of what he has. And on top of that, he has this punch resistance issue. And as far as I've seen in his last couple fights, his punch resistance seems to be getting worse. And that is not uncommon for fighters coming off the back of knockout defeats. It's often the case. You know, Khan has taken a lot of punishment in his career, a lot of punishment. And that kind of punishment chips away at your punch resistance. And some fighters manage to, persevere after taking all those kind of punches, you know, those big punches in fights and all that punishment. Some fighters manage to persevere and their punch resistance doesn't really seem to diminish too much. But with other fighters, their punch resistance can diminish very quickly. And from what I've seen of Amir Khan in his last few fights, to me, his punch resistance seems to be getting even worse. And he never had amazing punch resistance to begin with. So like I said, he has some abilities that could potentially cause Mayweather problems, but Khan's deficiencies are so apparent these days that it's hard to look past anything but a decisive Mayweather win. Maybe they're setting this fight up because they want to prove to the world that Mayweather can still get a knockout. I mean, I don't know, you know, because Khan has looked very shaky, like I said, in his last couple fights in terms of punch resistance. So, you know, Floyd ain't had a knockout for a long time. I know the Victor Ortiz thing was a couple fights ago, but that was a little bit unsatisfactory because obviously Ortiz was looking the other way, even though he deserved to get hit like that after the headbutt. It was a bit of an unsatisfactory KO. You know, so Floyd ain't really had a real KO for quite a long time. Probably, not since Ricky Hatton. So maybe they're trying to set this fight up to, you know, give Floyd a decent KO. I guess maybe that's what they're looking at. Now, can Khan avoid getting knocked out? Maybe. Maybe he can. You know, Floyd has okay punching power. He has decent punching power. The main problem with Floyd is that his hands are so weak, his hands are so brittle, that even when he does hurt an opponent, he don't want to risk letting his hands go to trying to finish the opponent in case he does his hands more damage. You know, there's that part of it, and also the fact that Floyd is a safety first fighter anyway. You know, he don't like getting hit back, so you never really see him opening up unless he really has to. So you know, maybe they're hoping with Khan's chin will be weak enough that Floyd will only need to hit him with 1 or 2 solid shots and he'll be able to take him out. But yeah, let me know how you feel about this fight. Do you think the fight should take place? What do you think will happen if the fight does take place? And do you think it will take place? Or do you think that the powers that be, Floyd, whoever, will see sense before then and realize that there's far more worthy challenges out there than Amir Khan? You know, hit me up in the comment section. Let me know how you feel. This is Hatman. I'm out.